Is he? Oh no, is he? It's 12 noon on this Easter Sunday afternoon, April 12th, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel News Water on this Sunday afternoon, April 12th, 2020. It is 12 noon on this Sunday afternoon, and the temperature is 54 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel News Water is an Easter Saltudes. Christians across the world mark Easter Sunday amid the coronavirus. New York Times coronavirus report outlines how Trump could have seen what is coming. Anthony Fauci expressed a cautious optimism that the coronavirus outbreak is slowing, while U.S. could start reopening in May. Trump issues major success in all 50 states for the first time in history. White House Health Advisor Fauci on Sunday expressed cautious optimism that the deadly coronavirus outbreak is slowing down in the United States and said that the parts of the country may start reopening as soon as May. Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, warned on CNN State of the Union that the entire country won't suddenly turn back on like a light switch. But there are indications that some measures use to gauge the crowds are starting to live off some areas, he said. That's when parts of the United States could start to relax some of the strict social distance measures. Fauci said the process could probably begin, at least in some ways, maybe next month. Fauci's open remarks came less than a day after the U.S. counted more than 20,000 deaths in the disease, surpassing Italy as a nation with the highest number of deaths recorded in the world. More than 530,000 people in the U.S. have tested positive for COVID-19, according to data from the Johns Hopkins University. President Trump asked Fauci if the officials could let coronavirus wash over the U.S. Forecast for Easter Sunday includes tornadoes and hail the size of tennis balls. President Trump says he'll use vaccine stakes when decided to push for the U.S. to reopen. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson released from hospital amid coronavirus fight. Spain's overnight coronavirus death toll at 510 lost in 19 days. Filled with city seas, clean air, and water amid coronavirus shutdown. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe promotes anti-flu drug Avigan to treat coronavirus. OPEC and allies will hold an emergency virtual meeting Sunday night to finalize cut agreement. Amazon is building its own COVID-19 testing lab for employees. Seen everywhere unless U.S. prices below a hazard is nowhere in this one. Hubble image reveals a mighty baby star that will probably destroy the pillars of creation. 50 years after Apollo 13, Commander James Lovell sees the mission's failure as a triumph. Watching coronavirus outbreak from space has really experienced astronaut said. Nurse who spoke out about the awful condition of nursing home in Littleton, Massachusetts, died of coronavirus. 67 residents, 7 employees tested positive at Augusta, Georgia nursing home. Smoke marijuana raises the risk of COVID-19 complications, and a nurse revealed a tragic last words that as coronavirus patient who's going to pay for it. Pope Francis conducting an Easter service inside a newly empty St. Peter's Basilica called for solidarity to deal with a coronavirus pandemic that has paralyzed the world in many ways. As developed, the church plans family gatherings and annual trips caused by COVID-19 pandemic would have to deal with this upcoming Easter Sunday. Mother Nature will plan world for millions. Chelsea, Lawrence, Revere, and Brockton had the highest reported rates of infection in the state among municipalities, lower than 40,000 people. The coronavirus has spread quickly throughout Massachusetts and some cities harder than others. Cincinnati and Chelsea leads the list with 307 positive cases and kids per 10,000 people, 97. And now, sports time at 12:04. Raiders make the splash number of quarterback, and Ravens trade up is used starting an NFL mock draft 2020. Great to help Tiger Woods who gets to keep his Masters title 7 more months. Police investigated complaint regarding Dak Prescott's party, and Golden State was explained why Kevin Durant moved out was a good thing. Peter Children's time, 12:04. Time out for Peter. Channel traffic and turn to check. Baby! On the MBT, subway, commuter rail, and the ferries, they are looking good. Highways and byways of New England. New England highways are looking good. All right, Peter Children's time, 12:05. Time out for weather report. A beautiful Easter Sunday in New England. So if you got any outdoor activities, social distance south, you're good to go. But tomorrow, it's going to be a stay at home. Tomorrow, you're going to be definitely staying home instead of going out social distancing because we are watching a storm in two parts. One is, this is a line of showers and thunderstorms line from northeastern Texas all the way down to Louisiana, straight to Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi, and down to southern Kentucky. And there's going to be the cold front, which is snow from eastern Nebraska all the way down to Minnesota and western Wisconsin, and a rain showers line from western Wisconsin all the way down to central Iowa and down to eastern Kansas. And when it gets together, it's going to be here tomorrow with rain and wind. And wind watch remains effect from Monday morning, Monday evening, the south winds swing 30 miles an hour, up to 65 miles an hour possible. Pushing the northern Connecticut, central and eastern, and northeastern, and southeastern, and western Mass, central, and northern, and southern, and from Monday morning, Monday evening, and winds could blow up down trees and power lines, and widespread power outages possible. Travel could be difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Okay, looking at the forecast, goes like this. Increased skies about 57 degrees, up at about 8 to 11 miles an hour, gust high, 22 miles an hour for tonight. Scattered showers may after 4 a.m. Mostly clouds for 48 degrees, up at about 9 miles an hour, gust highs, 22 miles an hour, just to 30%. New pronounced less than 7 inches possible. Monday, showers for thunders possible for noon. Some showers produce sketchy and rain, match about before noon, high 62 degrees, which is up at about 11:21 miles an hour, gust highs, 55 miles an hour, just to 9%. New pronounced between the 3/4 1 inch possible from Monday night. Scattered showers may before 10 p.m. Clouds during early evening, the gradual cooling at low end 44 degrees. West about 12 to 17 miles an hour. Gives it a 6 to 11 miles an hour midnight. Winds get size 48 miles an hour. Chance of 50%. New pronounced between 10 coordinate possible. Tuesday, most nights got 38 degrees. West about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Tuesday night. Chance of showers may after 2 a.m. Mostly clouds for 38 degrees. West about 5 miles coming in the evening. Chance of 30% for Wednesday. Mostly clouds got 48, low 34 degrees. Calm wind for Thursday, most sunny forecast by 50, low about 32 degrees, west about 6 to 8 miles an hour. For Friday, most sunny 51 degrees, west about 6 to 9 miles an hour. Friday night, chance of rain and snow showers, mostly clouds for 35 degrees. Southwards about 3 to 6 miles an hour, chance of 40%. And for Saturday, chance of showers, south for 32 degrees, west about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Gust highs 22 miles an hour, chance of 30%. Right, Easter Sunday, 2020. Be with you. Have a good afternoon. Goodbye. Stay safe, stay positive, be healthy, and be well. Have a good day. We'll see you at 5 o'clock for a 5 o'clock report.